Yo, what is good, SJR crew? How we doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great night. Hold on, I got one more thing to. Oh, I'm in the wrong shit. Hold up. There we are. Let me make sure we're good. Audio output. Okay, cool. Hey, Sack Juggalo back with another VIP interview. This time we got my hometown homie right here, K-Ottic, coming from Sacramento. How you doing tonight, K?
Man, I'm just glad. I'm good. I'm glad that we put this together. It's awesome that we connected on social and then found out that we live like within 15 miles probably of each other. So I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking it again. Thanks for having me on. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. It's my pleasure, and it makes me extra happy to be able to promote a hometown dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love underground hip hop. Shout out to Kahuna for a dude in New York bringing two dudes in California together. That's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But how long have you been doing music, man?
Music, messing around like half my life. So I don't know, 15 years or something like that. But honestly, for a more professional sense, I got a lot more into it within the last 7 years. But yeah, writing, messing around all the time. I went to Sacramento State, and in that process of while I was going to school, I started actually doing shows. That's when I actually started getting out there, and just saw the business side of it, and saw the fun in it rather than, just not having very many people hear it. So started doing shows, performed. Man, I performed in Sacramento probably 30, 40 times, and then started getting out of town too to really start promoting.
That's dope. That's dope. When you were younger and stuff, and you noticed you had a knack for writing, how did that writing come along? Like, was it
Yeah.
poetry? Was it just stories, or what?
Yeah. So probably, I would say it started as poetry. So it goes back. Do you remember of course you remember when Jackass got huge.
Oh
All
yeah.
the Jackass channels on all the series on TV before the movies even came out. Uh, Dude, we were like 14 or 15 years old, and my buddies and I would make just like everybody else in high school. Can you hear me a little bit now? Is
I
that better?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up this audio. I'm sorry. See, I forgot to do this.
It could just be my mic. Cause
No,
I,
no, you're good. You're coming through nice. The other
cool,
night I had to pull down the desktop audio and I forgot to pull it up. So
cool.
he should be good now. Thank you for that.
Thank you for telling us. Yeah, so back then everybody wanted to be the first person to film themselves, falling off of a tree or something. So my friends and I just made a bunch of different videos, and then found that the videos were a lot better with soundtracks. And then eventually we started trying to make our own soundtracks to them, and they were terrible. But that's how we got into the writing mode. Some of my friends and I started doing it. So it was more poetry. Got way more interested in it as I grew up and got out of high school and started going to Sac State. I actually ended up being an English major at Sac State. So that's where I got way deeper into just storytelling, you name it, and obviously progressed from there.
I
So,
don't, I don't know if you guys are having trouble because I have my air conditioner on. It was like
oh,
85 degrees today. You know, it was nice and warm today, so I had to turn on the air conditioner. So
spring. It's spring.
yes, it's absolute spring. It's beautiful weather outside, but I live in a trailer, so it warms up pretty quick.
Well, spring in California, there's not like a spring. Like it goes winter, and then summer. Boom.
Pretty much, because we'll be in the 90s next week.
Yeah, and then for the next 5 months,
Exactly.
if we get through the fires, we'll see.
Yo, man, I'm telling
Yeah,
you, I hope that's the thing, man. Like, there's so many fires, there's so much smoke in the air, there's so much ash in the air, you know what I'm saying? It just fucks everything up, dude.
yeah. It's not. It's never. It's always where is it gonna be more than anything else, and how long are they gonna last? It's a mess, man.
Facts.
But yeah, I
Facts.
love that. I do love Sacramento, despite my shit talking about the fire season and the summer. I do love being in Sacramento.
I'm the same way. You know, there are pros and cons to it, you know?
Yeah,
And I think the biggest pro is the great weather. You got the mountains on one side, the ocean on the other.
hour and a half away from everywhere you want to be.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And only like 6 hours away from Vegas. So, I mean, come on.
6 hours.
Really, who's mad, right? Yo, So when you fell in love with music, was it all types of genres? Was it mostly hip hop? Was it?
Yeah, I was definitely into not so much. I guess it would be hip hop, but it was always rap. It was always hip hop. I listened to all kinds of music, but when it comes to writing, I just never had. I never at least thought that I had any sort of a singing ability, holding melodies, you name it. I was way more interested in just the actual writing aspect of storytelling. So, um, the easiest way to make sure no one hears you sing is by flowing with a little bit less melody to it. so, so that's how I got into the hip hop, and I listened to. I mean, honestly, just like most white dudes growing up, Eminem was the god to me. Listened to a lot of those guys in that era. Before that, Tupac, Nas, 50 Cent, a lot of those guys. But that's who I listened to in high school, and man, it was great. Like I was 15, 16 years old, like in the back of my mom's car listening to that stuff way too loud. So decided to make my own version of it, but it was always that genre, or at least a mixture of those genres. Yeah.
That's dope, because I was going to ask you who are your influences, and you kind of got into that.
Yeah. So from the beginning, I would go back to the OGs, at least of like the real storytelling rap. But I mean, nowadays, honestly, I would say I listen to NF. If you've heard of NF, he's pretty big now. I started listening to him, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Same kind of thing, real underground, real storytelling, real oriented as far as the storyline goes, and I focus a lot more on the meaning in the song and the lyrics, So I wouldn't say anything on the hip hop side. You probably won't find very many songs of mine that you can dance to in a club, but it's something you can sit back and listen to.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love some NF. When I found him, I was like, because I was specifically looking for Christian hip hop, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's Eminem Jr., but Christian, yeah.
Right. And he popped up on this shit, and I was like, okay, this doesn't look like Christian music. Let me go find him on YouTube real quick.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
found him on YouTube. I'm like, this dude fire as fuck, dude.
Yeah, and he got better, dude. Like the thing about him, and I think a lot of my fans find this with my catalog out on Spotify and all the streaming sites, is I made music before what you hear now, obviously, but I think like 2015 might be the most early album that's still out there all over the place. And you can literally, I've had fans tell me, like, album to album, they can hear a difference in progression and also kind of a change in style. So it goes from, like, maybe more story writing, less flow ability, and then getting into more complex rhyming, the flow starts to get better. And you can literally listen, and I'll go back and listen and be like, damn, that wasn't that good. And then listen to, like, a year later, and like, oh, that's a little bit better. Whereas NF is one of those rare, like, huge artists where you can go back through his catalog and hear him get that much better like every couple of years. So it's pretty dope because it makes you wonder where it's going to go from here too.
I could see that as an artist, absolutely. Because you have your schedule, you have your map laid out, and within, X amount of time, you're going to want to be here, sort of type thing, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you see an artist doing exactly what you're doing and see the success of that artist, it's got to feel pretty good.
It's good, man. You're right, but it's not just that. It's obviously there's a belief in it, but it's more that you see the fans that are still there. Like obviously I believe in the artist and I see that this is awesome that this person's getting better and they're getting the growth, but there's something in seeing that there's an insane fan base out there still for that style, for someone who's not huge yet, for someone who's really focused on the storytelling, for someone who's getting better as you listen to them.
Yeah.
So hearing artists like that, I'll compare it to I don't know if you've heard a dude named Echo. He's from Vegas actually. Echo is from Vegas, and he's a guy that I discovered like 2-3 years ago. Same kind of thing. Like you hear him go from he's good, he gets better. All of a sudden, there's this huge fan base, and the dude's independent, and he's just busting his ass all the time. And it gives you a belief in not only the work ethic, obviously, to keep growing, but there's a fan base out there wanting you to grow and wanting you to find them. Really.
Yeah, so. You're absolutely right. And the fan base, like for these independent artists, the fan bases are so fucking loyal. It's amazing.
Echo is fire. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Fire. Facts.
I have
Facts, Nico.
I have a track with Echo. We got together after I found him, and I reached out, and we actually ended up doing a track called Critical together last year, and it was dope, man. There's something cool about reaching out to an artist that you listen to and being like way bigger and being like, yeah, dude, that's dope. Let's do the song. Like, oh, fuck, okay. Yeah,
That's
we'll do the song. Yeah, so, yeah, we got a track together, and it really blew up. I actually have next month, finally, now that we're allowed to do shows again, I'm doing a few shows in a row with Chris Webby and Echo, actually, on the West Coast. So
Yo, I'm gonna have to check that out. Y'all gonna be in Sacramento?
I don't think they're coming through SAC, but I'm going to come through SAC. I mean, I'm in SAC now, but as far as shows, I should be coming through with Mac Lethal when they reschedule that tour. But I'm not going to be coming through SAC with Webby and Echo. I think they're finishing up what they started before the pandemic and whatnot. So it's like more Pacific Northwest. We're going to be in Portland and Seattle and Bend and stuff. So,
Okay.
but yeah, can't wait. It's just another like example of how there's so many people out there that you wouldn't consider huge, but there's this giant community behind them that they sell out all their shows. We know, I'm pretty sure Seattle sold out. I know Portland sold out. Like these are not, these aren't NF. These are artists that are just busting their asses all the time, and they've got huge followings.
Facts. That's cool, man. So I was digging through your channel trying to find a picture that I could use of you for the thumbnail, and I ran across some live performances you did at the
what do we got?
Boardwalk, man.
Oh, that's a while ago. I like it. Remember the Boardwalk?
I love shows at the Boardwalk, man.
Yeah.
Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Some great venues.
I think the first show I did like with an actual headliner other than like me picking up a small show was the Boardwalk. Can't remember who it was. But then I performed at Ace of Spades a month after that in Mickey Avalon. I'll never forget. Mickey Avalon was the first show I did that had like more than a few hundred people there. It was pretty crazy.
How was that feeling getting up there and you're staring at a bunch of people staring back at you?
Yeah, it was different. I would say that I don't really get nervous about it, especially not anymore when there's more people. It's a little different when there's a lot less people, but having 1,000 people, it just makes it more fun, to be honest with you. Like, the difference is it's a craft. I've been working on it forever. As much as I love being in my studio and writing or recording a song, there's nothing better than sharing it to the people that are out there to just have a good time. I mean, people are out there to have fun, man. It doesn't matter if they love you or hate you. For the most part, people are going to enjoy themselves. So it was a cool experience. It was definitely, and then that kind of boosted it, honestly. That was my first show at Ace of Spades, and like I said, I've done 30 plus since then. So.
Hell yeah. You ever plan on doing Cal Expo? Or have you done at Cal Expo?
It'd be fun. I haven't before. I also want to do concerts in the park, which is always cool during the summer. But the way they book them is a little weird. They always have like there's not really like there's local promoters and then like huge touring promoters, so you kind of have to coordinate with both. Whereas for me, it's a lot easier. Like I prefer going and finding the promoter for our tour, and trying to get on that way. But I like SAC, man. Honestly, I've done so many shows in SAC. I like doing one or two here and there, just so like really good friends, fans, and family can come out. But I have found since I started doing shows out of town and driving around the country, it's a different feeling. You grow a bit faster. At least that's what it seems like.
I can feel that because you're putting your name out there like dartboard, just like we're going to Toledo. Let's go see what we can find in Toledo, and then you can pick up a few more friends, a few more supporters for your craft. That's cool as shit, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's a big difference. It's a risk, right? Like you got to pay for this stuff, and you got to be able to travel and sell tickets and stuff, and I'm growing, but it's a never-ending struggle of finding the balance of like I do song jobs for other people, like I ghostwrite like constantly, and people will pay me to write their songs. People will pay me to feature, and nothing crazy, but people will pay me to be $100 to be a feature, whatever. And I love it and I do it, but it's just a constant it's a constant balance between trying to make a little bit of budget for music so you can then flip that money and pay for stuff like touring and pay for travel and hotels, because there's a lot of people that are just as talented as me or more talented than me that either don't have the time or don't put in the time to have that budget to help promote themselves, because it's a struggle, man. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, God damn, how many songs am I going to write for somebody else? So
Right, I feel you.
how it works. It's a business too.
Facts. And we've started something called the network. There's about 50 of us in it right now. And basically what's happening is you're a dude who's serious about your shit, right? So this is something that's going to be long-term for you, something that you're very passionate about. So I imagine you probably got most of your paperwork done for like being Billboard eligible and Grammy eligible.
Yep.
So that's one of the first things that we hit on for artists. Like if you're going to be part of the network, we need to have your paperwork in order so you could chart, you know?
Yeah.
Second thing is everybody in the network promotes everybody in the network. So instead of just you promoting yourself and a few friends putting that shit out there, you got a team of however many motherfuckers this grows to be supporting you and sharing your shit. So that, I think, is very important for artists, getting that footprint out there.
Well, and exactly. In the point of you not being the only one promoting yourself, it's the difference between me telling you to listen to my song or someone else saying, listen to this guy's song. I mean, we know the difference is insane. It's
Right.
It's word of mouth versus just some random guy saying, no, I swear I'm good. I promise I'm good. You're going to like it. But to hear the mistakes, more importantly, right? To hear the mistakes other artists have made. Like, I mean, shit, man, the amount of times I've lost money to promoters and just stuff like that. Like, to hear mistakes other people that are trying to do the same thing have made, help you avoid them and to get better at it. I mean, that's the most important thing. I think I'd be a lot further along. Like I said, I'm growing, but some of the stuff I learned a year ago, if I knew it 5 years ago, would be a completely different game, you know?
Facts. And that, you know, hindsight's 20/20, you know, whatever. But the most important thing is that you take a learning lesson, a learning experience away from everything that may have set you back or just prolong things a little bit. You know, that's facts.
Yeah. I think especially in this industry, no one's forcing you to stop, right? So my opinion, and maybe that's why I'm still here, is you've only, like, literally failure is just you stopping. So like if you fail at something, if you lose a bunch of money on a tour that got canceled, if your song is dog shit that you dropped that you thought was going to be amazing, who's telling you to stop?
Right.
Like, and then there's nobody telling you got to stop. There's nobody forcing you to stop. So learn from it, figure it out, make another one. I mean, I say it all the time, just get better and make another one.
That's it, man. Because the thing is there's almost 8 billion people on this planet, and there's going to be people that fuck with you. It's just inevitable.
Man, if people fuck with some of the stuff on the internet, you know, out there, which they do, they better fuck with us. there's some shit out there that, like, hold on, this is making money? No, okay, so hold on. You know what I mean? So
I literally watched somebody, I was like, what is this? I seen sleep stream. I was like, what? I click on that shit, it's a motherfucker just sleeping.
They're watching you. So wait, so you watch people just sleep?
Yeah.
And then is it quiet or like just like this?
Well, okay, it's like a chat's going, but there's a camera on the looking at the bed with somebody just sleeping on it.
And then there's not even like white noise?
Sometimes there might be like a fan, I guess. I don't know. I haven't gotten too far into it. I just couldn't believe it.
Honestly, I'm glad that you didn't have like all the details. You're like, look, I watched for 3 hours. It was crazy.
Right.
I watched. Hey, now unknown. Shoot me an email. I'll check it out. Shoot me an email or follow me and we'll get together. I'm anybody on this page right now. I'd be happy to check out a beat and be interested in the collab if it fits my style for sure, for free.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, definitely hit my dude K-Ottic up. K-Ottic on Instagram. Y'all know my Instagram's fucked up right now on the PC. Yeah. But I couldn't get that link in the description. But his link for his YouTube is in the description. So definitely go hit that and sub up.
Cool.
Yeah. And I didn't know you had a Spotify, or I would have put that in there. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, good, brother. It's the same thing. K-Ottic, and you find it pretty much everywhere. So.
Nice.
No problem.
You know, one thing I've been really liking is that Linktree thing.
What's that? Oh, where it has the like the multiple links, like the smart link thing.
Yeah.
That's another one of those marketing things that you just don't know about until you figure it out.
Right.
So you have I have a song dropping in a week or so, like a week and a half, and I haven't done like the pre-save for it yet. But when the song drops, there's one link on my Instagram or all my socials, and then you click that link, and then it gives you, the 10 different platforms you can listen to it from. So that's just one of those things. It's stupid. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. See, we're getting more people.
Exactly. Miss Trauma and Mr. Trauma, boy, they are the epitome of support, man. Like okay, Trauma does music, and that's Trauma's wife right there, Mrs. Trauma, of course.
Trauma.
And she supports her husband to the nth degree, like she's basically his manager. She probably is his manager. I never formally asked,
sounds
but
like she's running the show. I like it.
Yeah, she's running websites and everything, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, she's you got to, man. And if your spouse is part of your team, man, and y'all can work together that close, more power to you.
Just gonna take a quick pause because I got a text asking what I was drinking, so I'm gonna plug that, even though they don't pay me. I am drinking Audio in Motion from Track 7. You know Track 7 at Sacramento, and it is It's a 10.5% triple IPA.
Oh shit! I like that. Even your drinks got audio. I like that.
I didn't actually notice that. That's actually, yep, that's not a plug. That's real. So back to your point about your spouse working with you or having someone on your team. I do want to touch on that because it's an industry where it's so hard to do on your own. But if you can get 1, 2, maybe even 3 like real diehard friends or family, man, it makes the biggest difference because then there's not like this struggle to always find a balance with it. My wife, I mean, we've been together for 10 years. We've been married for like 6, so she's been there since before the first show. And it's one of those things where there's just a completely different appreciation for if you're cool with me going and doing this and you want to help and you want to go run merch and you want to go do this. I have 0 excuses to not drop another fucking album, right? Like what is there like for me to slow down? Like there's not a reason for me to slow down. I'm not taking a struggle, and you'll find it. The last album I dropped, it's called Hindsight, and there's some tracks in there, and you'll find like there's a lot of that as an artist, especially as you get older. There's a lot of that balancing between like, okay, what's my normal life supposed to look like, and what do I got to put in to become this artist and keep this career going? So like there's this never-ending, should I be with my family more? Should I be with my friends more? Oh wait, no, I should probably work on this because I haven't dropped something in so long, or write songs, song jobs, you name it. But when you have just that little push from somebody that believes in it just as much as you do, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So shout out to Mrs. Trauma for being on the plus side and running the show for your squad. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that.
That's fast.
Oh, and thanks for sharing the link to the Spotify. That's dope.
Hell yeah, Nico the plug, man.
Nico sharing the Spotify link.
Yes, absolutely. Nico that plug, man. He definitely puts all his support into the independent artists as well. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Kahuna. Shout out to Unknown. Monk. Yeah, Monk, my dude just come through. See? That's what I'm saying. You never know where the Monk's going to be, man. The Monk just pop up.
These are good people. That's what it is. They're just good people, supporting good people.
These are the people that I wanted to surround myself with when I started my YouTube channel.
And that's it. And that's it. Surround yourself with people that think the way you do and believe in what you're aiming for, regardless of what it is. Just
right.
If they're not believing in what you're going for in your life or your career or your, I could call it a hobby, but a career should be a hobby. If they're not believing in that, then if anything, they might be taking energy away from that. And so it's that balance. So you've done it. Seems like you've done a pretty good job building that team together. It's pretty dope.
Yo, it just this is just how it ended up, man. It the coolest thing is, like, I never bought any bots, you know what I'm saying? I never did any of that fakery shit. This is all like real homegrown type shit of people who love music. And it really doesn't matter what type of music it is, you know what I'm saying? We all
Yeah.
got differences in taste and whatnot, but for the most part, even if we don't like it, we can see the good in it, you know, and that's the special part of it.
Yeah, it really what the music always will come down to, especially if it's like in the storytelling, genres. There's a bunch of them, but if the lyrics mean something, someone like you and obviously I can tell like someone like the following that you have built up and the subscribers and went on your channel, they're just appreciating the fact that what goes into music is literally somebody's like heart and soul. And sometimes the end result might sound like shit, but like there's still that appreciation towards this is what means something to this person, and it's going to get better, especially if they keep at it. So yeah, long-winded way of saying, man, I do appreciate the following that you built, and it's pretty cool to see that, right, like what we were talking about at the beginning, it's there are people out there, there are fans wanting music, even if they're not huge artists. There are fans waiting to discover people like you, to discover people like me, because they just want to be a part of it, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I was saying earlier, these bonds that are grown with these independent artists from supporters, because I'm a fan too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm a fan as well. So it's like, okay, cool. How can we get a following like Tech Nine? You know what I'm saying? What would be the secret sauce behind that? And he does a lot of personal shit. You know what I'm saying, with his fans.
Yeah.
Like he's always doing shit with independent artists. You know, he's like always got a feature with somebody who's not signed. So there's one way Tech's always showing love back to the community. Plus, he's making things like Caribou and he's putting it out there to the public and shit. So
Not just the music, it's the community. Yeah.
exactly, there's a culture at the whole. So I think having artists that are communicating not only by maybe like messenger or live stream, these are going to be the best ways to grow that bond. And it doesn't matter, everything short of doing some really bad shit, these people are going to hang out with you and listen to your shit.
That's true. Yeah. And that's kind of what a fan base is, man. I've done a lot of obviously traveling and meeting people in person, and sometimes it blows my mind the people that, like, I was in my, like, the only two places I was able to do shows during this pandemic was a couple, so I did Bozeman, Montana and Missoula, Montana, and like, I'm not obviously huge, but I'm growing, and I went out there and did some shows with Mac Lethal, and there was a couple of dudes that came and talked to me at the merch table, and they didn't know who Mac Lethal was. They're like, bro, we've been listening to you for years. Like, we came to the show, and like, so we know each other, and you start chatting it up, and I don't think there's a substitute. That's why I cannot wait to start doing shows again. There's not a substitute for getting to know people, whether they're your fans or not. Like, there's nothing different. You can't substitute meeting someone at a merch table and talking to them for 10 minutes about whatever the hell their story is, or telling them yours. And I think that's what Tech does so well, right? He gets that these are people that just like my music, but what's more important is the connection we're making through it. So
exactly, and it's a big part of the connection.
That's it.
Speaking of merch, though, I wanted to ask you: do you have a merch store that people can visit?
Yeah, I want to say it's on my Spotify. Let me see if I can just find it and pop it in the link. But yeah, so I had a.
Do me a favor before you do that. Just type a 1 or a period or whatever in the chat so I can make you blue, and so you can drop that link.
1 period. ...
Hey, literally.
Yeah, I had to revamp my whole merch. Just because. So we bought. So not really a fun story, but basically we bought an entire. $5,000 worth of merch before the pandemic because I had a 20-city tour set up. So yeah, it was obviously pretty devastating when the tour and stuff got shut down. But so bottom line, like, we have all this stuff sitting in my garage, just sitting there waiting to go back on tour, because you can sell stuff, but when it comes down to it, you want to sell stuff on the road and meet people and sign stuff and all that. I'm gonna pop in it's just on my website, so just K-Otticmusic.com, and then if you click on that, it'll take you to there's a whole merch page on there.
There we
go. Yeah, got a bunch of stuff. Got shirts, got hats, got all the albums on there. I still have actual physical CDs because I know that that's not how everybody listens to it, but a lot of people like having the actual CDs. So yeah, I got a bunch of merch out there, and hopefully we get to actually start selling them.
Yes, go get them physical copies. You said
Yeah,
he put that John Hancock on it. I
yeah.
know how much you like those, Nico.
So Hindsight, so there's 2 albums on there. Hindsight's the most recent one, and we did something different this time. We literally only ordered 100 physical copies, because again, there was a 20-city tour with Mac Lethal coming up at the time we did it, and we wanted it to be a thing where we know 100% we're going to be out of this before the last city. So kind of create that, hey, if you get one of these, you're the only one with one of these. So I don't know, there's like 40 still on there. We sold a bunch online, but obviously the tour didn't happen yet, so now we're just rescheduling. But yeah, merch is on there. I got plenty of stuff available for you guys.
Yes, and let's you want to give them a reason why they should go buy the merch?
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the reason. So the back to what I was saying at the beginning as far as how we fund our music, right? So I cannot promote one thing with purchasing merch is it's a brand and it's a community. So not only does whatever profits we get go towards promoting this community that we're all creating together, but to your point, like you were saying before, oh, there we go, we're screen sharing. Yeah, but to your point, what you were saying before, as far as you're creating something special where all of us have something in common. So if you are in a random city and you're wearing a K-Ottic hat and you happen to notice someone with a sticker on the back of their car, that's something like, at least to me, like that's something that's extremely unique that you now just have a bond, man. And there are so many things going around that it's just getting harder and harder for people to find, connection, where we're always just looking for reasons to be disconnected, it seems like, and to argue and to not agree with something. So I guess it's just another long answer as far as if you catch somebody wearing a hat or you're wearing a hat and someone happens to listen to K-Ottic music, that's a conversation starter, and now we got something in common, and we're right back on that building a community stage that we seem to be getting pretty far from.
Facts. That is absolute facts. So another reason why y'all should go buy all this great merchandise and albums is because we're going to play a little something from our dude right now.
What we got here?
This is the one you did with Echo.
Yeah.
This is called Critical. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, and we're going to share this link.
This actually has, at the moment, the most streams in my catalog. I think it's getting to, on Spotify alone, it's like 80,000, but overall, it's at over 250,000. So pretty good.
That's fantastic, man. I like those numbers.
And then this one's got the lyrics, so yeah, it'll be cool.
Let me get the skinny up a little bit here. Yeah, we see them eyeballs. We see them eyeballs, D. Over there, lurky. How do you promote your work? Very interested in investing money into my music at the moment. I'm
actually going to pop in the link right now. It's a good question. I'm going to actually send my email right now in the chat, just because, I've actually paid and taken like full-blown advertising classes for, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And I'd be happy to share just a little bit of what I know with anyone that's interested. Just shoot me an email. Cause again, it's not one of those things I think anybody should have to pay for, man. It's like, this is, if you've got the money or even a small budget that you're willing to put into your music, then it's inevitably going to grow, and it's going to grow in a way where like the Spotify algorithms and whatnot will actually catch up with you and start helping that. So, and that's just for online promotion. For other types of growth, it's legitimately just, paying for tours, being able to actually spend the money to travel and to book these venues.
There you go. Hey, appreciate you, K-Ottic. That's very nice of you to do that, man.
Yep.
And if you want to hit any weed or anything on camera, you're good, bro. I don't know if you smoke or if you drink or if you cuss or whatever.
Have I not? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You've been drinking that. That's right. Duh.
I do appreciate it, though.
Yes, sir. No censorship on this channel.
Virtual.
That's what we be doing all the time. We be virtually smoking weed together.
I'm gonna text, speaking of my Speaking of my diehard wife, I'm gonna see if she'll bring me a beer.
Hey, that's love. That's that real love.
I'm like, look, I'm in the studio on like a pretty serious interview, but I am out of beer, so that's important too.
I know you love me.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for checking out Critical. Yeah, I appreciate that. So, let's see, how do we get this? Are we able to get this thing to play, or is it screen share on?
Oh, yeah. You should be able to hear it. Let me know.
No.
Can you hear that?
No.
Okay.
Maybe that's just me though.
Hold on. Let me get it going again because it said it was paused for some weird reason. All right. We should be good this time.
Oh.
Okay, we're green this time. Good. Okay.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go. We got K-Ottic. This is Critical featuring Echo. Let's go. Go hit that link, sub up, subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment.
Man, I think music should give me a salary. Even minimum hourly, that will be reason for people who doubted me to believe and be proud of me. How can I break this all down to be lame? And I ain't not patient, y'all think I'm famous. No matter how far I've come, I keep building new mountains, that's how I mean. Man, I'm not sleeping again. 3:10 a.m. Pieces of sheets are surrounding me. I keep on wanting my sound to be louder. I needed to power the speakers. I'm not really hearing these fallacies following me round. Holler me out. I'm not allowed to be sour. I got the power to stop or keep going. It's quiet outside, but the thoughts are devouring me. My words started leaving the city. I sleep and I learned to believe. People searching my name and my reason to speak. It's a curse of disease. I've been urged
Will
to
do,
be
Nico.
every person I see staring back at me, lurking at me. I know I'll be better. Don't need you to see. Every person I meet's got a cousin who beats. Verses like me, they got merchant CDs. Rehearsed to the beats. Shows every week. Words and believe, but not working like me. So I tell them I'm sorry you do not relate. Not here to debate. I spent half of my life to perfect it verbatim. Stayed in my lane up to elbows in pain. Still paying amazing. If you got a mic, then you're famous. Don't hate that I made it, cause I tell my stories in syllables. Syllables. Recording for stereos. When I tell them I rap, some think it's hilarious. They think it's hysterical.
Hey, the chat's feeling that. That's what's up. Let's get them fire emojis.
It's a little less sensitive. It's easy for them to be thinking they need to be critical. Yeah.
Need some rap.
They need to be critical.
Hey.
The critics condition to me is a critical thing. Stay and be little. Now it's easy to see. I need them to be not believing in me. If I start to think that I made it, then I'll be complacent. I need to be hated, maybe just a little. They need to be critical. I expected a spotlight. Got hundreds of stop signs. Studio session is hot, right? My incentive is not right. Miles are rolling when I'm on the road. Easy to see I have lost it. Funny, the bigger I get little again on the microscopic. Talking constant content, not the nonsense topics, not hip-hop. And I'm just not the product. Got the thoughts, not the face, not the walk. Critics keep on zooming in the minute they do. I go rip on a tune and I give this to you. While I switch in their view, my decision is to turn their vision into a new chip in the booth. Difficult to take a hit every new hit I spit, but it's typical too. Fans who are listening to it, sending me messages saying I'm keeping them going. Giving them sentences they all depend on. 100% I deliver them to, I'll defend them until I've offended a million critics. If it'll mean any of you, hear my stories in syllables. Syllables. Record them for stereos. When I tell them I rap, some think it's hilarious. They think it's hysterical, that I want to be sentimental. Recording my mental and minimal sentences, sense it's a little less sensitive. It's easy for them to be thinking they need to be critical. Yeah, they need to be critical. The critics condition to me is a critical thing. Stay and be little. Now it's easy to see. I need them to be not believing in me. If I start to think that I made it, then I'll be complacent. I need to be hated, maybe just a little. They need to be critical.
I don't think you know what it takes to fail. Big dreams of the world, wanna see you fail. So they wanna do this, think you're ready to build. Some thick skin, but the world gon' break it still. I came to kill the way that you used to. Think of me, oh now this a new dude. Never leave no trace of the old me, but the game's still so lonely. I don't need you to believe in me. Actually, it's been better when nobody's seeing me. Spending my life in the shadows, I seem to be laughed at and hated and doubted repeatedly. But I know now that's the shit that I needed, and all of the hate was the fuel that was feeding me. Thank you for all of that, keep up that energy. I cannot stop yet, there's so much ahead of me. Yeah, I know it makes you feel good, making me feel I'm invisible. You build up your ego, talking that shit, acting so critical. But I don't need none of you, fuck what you think, I've been taking enough. And y'all been asleep, it's about that time that I wake y'all up.
Yeah. Wake up to the stereo. When I tell them I rap, they think it's hilarious. They think it's hysterical that I want to be sentimental. Recording my mental, a minimal sentences, sentence a little less sensitive. It's easy for them to be thinking they need to be critical. Yeah, they need to be critical. The critics condition to me is a critical thing. Stay and be little. Now it's easy to see. I need them to be not believing in me. If I start to think that I made it, then I'll be complacent. I need to be hated, maybe just a little. They need to be critical.
Yeah. Yes.
Here's that link again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like how that beat ended too.
Thank you. That yeah, so that's a good one to share, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was obviously one of my bigger songs that blew up. But you know, really what it come down to is Echo. Like I said, he was the guy that performed at the end there. He was the guy I've listened to for a really long time and reached out, and he liked where the song was going, and we got together, and it came out pretty dope, huh?
Oh, it came out great, man. You know, the thing is, I was thinking to myself when I was listening to it, this is a collab I didn't know I needed to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never heard that song before, so that was the first time for me hearing it as well. I didn't know he had that. I mean, we've listened to probably about a half a dozen other of your other songs, and I never noticed that one. So I'm glad it saved itself for this moment.
Cool. Yeah, me too. I just want to shout again, like the people you have here right now following. I mean, it's nothing but love, and I appreciate it. So thank you everybody for the comments and the subscribes. I mean, you guys are dope, and you know, there's nothing more important to an artist than actually seeing a response like that to something you put your heart and soul into. So that song came out not 2020, but the end of 2020, so a little over a year and a half ago, I guess. It was part of my Hindsight album, and then that entire album came out at New Year's Eve. And then, you know, since then, it's definitely gotten a lot bigger. The songs, you kind of pick and choose what singles and what songs you want to promote. And at one point, I did end up getting about 50,000 streams a month. And then it's kind of, I haven't had a single come out since January 1st, which I do want to have you see if you can pull. I think that's on my YouTube. I want to see if you can pull that one up too. But it's Reinventing Myself.
That was the next one I was going to play.
Yeah, my man. So just a prelude to that, we'll jump into that one. But so Reinventing Myself was, it really was like I went through this really long, year and a half, and it wasn't just because of the pandemic. I had a struggle, man. Like my music was growing, I was blowing up pretty quickly, and then I had that tour set up. Stone Carving dropped, and then just immediately my world shuts down. So as an artist, when you can't perform, you have no idea when you're allowed to get out there and do shows again. Like that is your well-being. Not as far as like growing a career, not as far as money or any of that shit. That's like what we live for, man. Getting out on stage and performing in front of people. So this came at a time where, so my wife was in dental hygiene school. My wife actually lived 4 hours from me, and she was in school Monday through Friday, and like drove home, and it was just this crazy ass time. And a lot of other shit happened in our lives that was pretty hard to deal with. And then this happens. And so I kind of like refound myself and like legitimately started creating and spending more time, like deliberately, really focusing on every single sentence. And my sound kind of got a little bit more, I would say, like specific to what I wanted the end result of like a story to be. So I wanted every single line and every single song to have like a full-blown meaning to it. But as importantly, I wanted it to be kind of complex to understand. So like every single line in there is, this is dope, this flows, this rhyme is cool. But if you think twice about it or listen to it 3 or 4 times, you'd be like, oh shit, that might mean this. And it's kind of like where I found myself in. And I don't know, I think that song made a pretty big difference. And you're gonna start seeing an album slowly start to squeak its way out by way of singles. And I'm gonna have a lot of songs come out at the very end of this year that are gonna follow this theme, I guess would be the best way to put it. So I think if you can find, I think the lyrics are on this one, and that's pretty dope if you can find the lyric video too for Reinventing Myself.
Sorry. Yeah, the lyric video is the one I got.
Dude, I just, right in the middle of this, I'm like, my wife brought me a beer and then immediately texted me a picture of something that says, pick up free piano in Orangevale. And I'm like, that sounds dope, but like, I'm actually in the middle of something. I can't go get this piano right now.
Free piano, anyway, though. That's something we might have to stop this for.
Good, yeah, but not right now.
Hey, Have you been hearing about the NFT thing?
Yeah, sort of. I don't know a lot about it, but I hear about it.
Well, we kind of just been messing around. My dude James up in the chat right here. I
Yeah.
want to shout out to the X-Stick family for real, man. They got some dope. And Franklin, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate that. I gave you your blue suit, and welcome to the Wrench Gang. Appreciate you, man. So these NFTs, man, these one-off, pieces of work, right? It could be digital art, it could be music, it could be beats. So you basically digitally tag these items. I think this is how it goes with cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I think we're going to be starting to fuck with this heavy.
yeah.
Yeah, and the reason being is because I make beats, you know what I'm saying? So if I could end up selling some beats on the exchanges, man, that'd be amazing.
Well, have you? Speaking of that, have you jumped into No Fart Thursday? Have you looked into like? There's two websites. I'm gonna throw them in here. There's two websites that could change kind of the network and what you're looking to do.
Yeah.
One is soundbetter.com. Soundbetter.com is where I get hired as a songwriter, and
Okay.
it's free on there. Basically, it's like a Facebook for musicians, and you could do anything. You could so you could go on and say, I'm a producer. This is a sample of my work. I sell beats for X amount. And then obviously like BeatStars is something that a lot of people will go on to, but yeah. So that's just an example of like,
Okay.
that's just another one of those things that, it kind of brings you to, there's a whole bunch of people out there looking for what it is you're trying to sell. It's just how do we get it to them, right?
Right, and you got to find the right platforms, and everybody's on different platforms these days.
Everybody's on different platforms.
I'm writing this down.
Soundbetter.com. A really good friend of mine is a full-time singer in Nashville, and she told me about this 5 years ago, and she said, look, man, you're so good at writing songs. You got to spend some time writing songs for other people so you can have some of your own budget. And I started slow, and it was kind of weird. I had never done it before, but people will hire you to write lyrics. People hire you to write, just a chorus, the beat itself, you name it. And then you just kind of pitch yourself, and then you'll review and you'll build up a profile. And I've written I think I have 75 reviews or something on there. I've written a lot. But that's not only does it hone in your skill at what you're trying to do, but you're getting a little bit of income from it that you can then use to promote. So
That's fire. Hell yeah. Always. Because I was just talking about this the other day. Revenue streams. I think it was 7 revenue streams, and you can guarantee yourself a millionaire.
yeah, to be rich, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, grab as many revenue streams as you possibly can. That's no joke.
It's all about that passive revenue too. If you can somehow magically get something that makes you money without you having to work too hard, sign me up.
Yes. Yes. See, I got some ideas up in my head for some inventions, and if I could just pop one of those off, I'd sell it free and clear. I wouldn't even give a fuck. I'd just get all that money, you know what I'm saying, and then invest it into my other ideas. Because I ain't, you know what I'm saying, like the studio for one.
Yeah.
For this shit.
You just gotta find a way to find the value of your time, right? So where do you want to spend your time? Forget the money, but make the money make it to where your time matters the most. So spend the time on things that you want to spend on. So that's why I'm slowing down a little bit on the songwriting, just a little bit, because again, it's helpful to have that income to promote, but I'm trying to write an album too. I got to get into my zone, into my mind, and start making my music. So it's kind of a good to know. I do features all the time still, because obviously I love it, and it's like me as an artist. I'm not having to give it off to somebody else and let them sing it, but same idea. You whatever you do, I guess the point is do it to where it makes whatever other things are either irrelevant or just easier.
Right. Plus, you'll be much more happy in your life, overall, and the balance of your life is going to be much better.
Yep, you gotta. It's. I know. I feel like we hear a lot about this lately, but it really is a mental health thing. It's legitimately it's not that hard to figure out what makes you happy and gets you out of ruts, right? So do whatever you gotta do to get back into that all the time.
Yeah, because as we get older, we fall into ruts, like you said, and you'll just be like waking up one day going, damn, I've been doing the same thing for the last fucking 20 years, dude. This is crazy.
Feels that way sometimes. I
Right.
swear, and like I'll have a song come out, and then like 3 weeks will go by, and I'll be like, fuck, it feels like I haven't done anything. And someone will be like, dude, your song is still like on release radar, like it's that new. And I'm
Right.
like, yeah, but I haven't written something in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. So it's something. It's hard to get in that mentality, but always be working towards what you love, even if it takes all your time, because that's what your time is for, right?
Right. I mean, if y'all haven't went and followed K-Ottic on Instagram yet, he has a cool ass Instagram. You do find a lot of time for your wife and your kid. You know what I'm saying? So you have that balance going on in your life that's important as fuck.
Yeah. So with my Instagram, I will say if you do want to follow my Instagram, it's kind of I'm not gonna let it ruin my life, but I did have like 20-something thousand followers last year, and it got hacked and shut down, and it was just an absolute shit show. But I did create a new one, so if you want to go find it, or I'll pop it in here. But it's just K-Ottic Music, and I have 2 dogs. I have 2 dogs. I used to have 3, and I have a wife, and we do our absolute best to really find that balance, and because again, just like back to the Tech 9 thing, it's not you might like my music, but more than anything, it's the community that's important, right? Like let's create a community where we're not debating all this bullshit all the time. Like let's just believe in each other for whatever the hell it is that we're trying to do, and that's why I think socials are important. You get to know each other a lot more. Like you might listen to one of my songs and have no idea what I look like or where I live or any of that, and I might never know anything about you. So I think that's why socials are pretty important. So yeah, if you have Instagram, I mean, I'm on Facebook, but more Instagram. So we're trying to get back to 25,000 followers. So if you go back to there, find me, and I do try to stay pretty interactive with people. So
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about. Facts.
facts.
You ready for this next track?
Oh, we're gonna do Reinventing Myself.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm ready. If
All
the
right.
people are ready, I'm ready for it.
I think they might be ready. I don't know. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? All right. Let's get this loaded up. This is Reinventing Myself.
This song came out New Year's, I guess at midnight. So I don't know if it technically was this year or last year, but New Year's Eve this song came out. And yeah, I don't know. I put a lot into this one.
You will definitely get the message of the song in the song.
We're going to start shooting the video for this next month as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get this chat back up here real quick. What up, Saturn? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope all is well with you. Did you make it back home? Are you still in California? I think you're back home already. Yo, Steve Marcus, thank you. Marquise, thank you for coming through. Let me get your blue suit for you. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging with us. This is K-Ottic. He's a hip-hop artist and songwriter from Sacramento, California. His YouTube is in the description below, and we're going to be listening to some of his music. Let's go. This is Reinventing. Yo, that's my dude K-Ottic right there.
Good one.
Let me get that link for you once again. Hold up. Paste this bad boy in here.
Steve's like, I was not expecting this. That's like. I like to hear that thing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah, so he's streaming on all platforms. You definitely go check out what he's doing. And yeah, that's the newest one. That was just a couple months old. I did have the pleasure of playing that in one of my live streams a couple months ago. So I was like, fuck yeah, he's dropping new shit. Let's go. I always try to put something on there every once in a while. Like I said, we probably listened to about 6, 7 of your songs so far, and
That's dope, man. Thank you.
Hey man, we just waiting for the next batch of greatness to come out.
We're doing, we're doing our best, but again, it's nothing means anything other than how it's heard and who gets to see it, right? So, yeah, nicely done. This is dope. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, that's like what we kind of keep. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but it's all about the community, and I put everything I possibly can into something like that. But unless someone like you has built this platform, unless people like this, the people that are here today and paying attention to it and truly enjoying it, it doesn't mean shit, So that's what justifies the work, and that's what I'm talking about. So
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's great work that you're doing. It isn't look at my, shit,
hey, look at my
look at my chick,
Yeah.
I don't
It's in the storytelling, man. I mean, not to pull away from, or not to take away from anyone that's making music like that. If you're making entertainment and that's what you're into, then
there's a time and a place for that stuff.
yeah,
I agree.
There's a time and a place. Yeah. So that's my point. Is it's for me, just and for what it sounds like you and the majority of your audience, what it really is it's about the storytelling. It's about connecting with people, and because we all go through shit, man. We all go through a lot of different things, and growing up, especially, sometimes it just feels like nobody has any idea what you're going through until you listen to that specific song, and then it's like, holy shit, this song is for me specifically. Right. And so that's why I do it. It's to kind of obviously get out my opinions and my views, but mainly escape from there's not really another way for me to say it. Like, I have a hard time expressing certain things, and I just want to connect with people that might be feeling the same way, and have that general idea spread, I guess.
Hell yeah, because that's the thing about art, it is completely subjective, but again, there's almost 8 billion people in this world. There's going to be somebody that fucks with it. It's without question.
There's going to be some. Hey, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Pug Mama.
Appreciate you, Pug, for real.
Nothing but love here. Nothing but love here.
Hey, Trauma done with this workout. How was that workout, my dude?
There it is. There it is.
Jen, welcome. Thank you for coming through. In case y'all are not aware, this is K-Ottic. He is from Sacramento, where I'm from. Hometown legend right here. You can get his details in the description as far as his YouTube, but K-Ottic everywhere. You'll find him.
That's it. That's what we're doing, and we're going to keep building this up. And you know what, guys? I don't care what city you're in, well, unless you're not in the United States. But if you're in the United States, more than likely I'll see you within this year or next year, because shit's opening up. Before the pandemic, I had a 20-city tour scheduled with Mac Lethal. They're working on rescheduling some of that. I know he's doing some stuff already, and I'm going to probably just hit the West Coast for now. But bottom line, there's nothing more important to an artist than actually meeting you and then actually feeling that energy in the crowd. And I knew I loved it, and I'm sure you guys knew you loved going to shows too, but there's a different feeling now. There's a different feeling now when you go to a show, trust me.
That's awesome. I was gonna say, how was it back on stage the first time after everything opened back up?
Yeah, when we went to, I drove myself out to fucking Missoula, Montana in July of last year because they hit me up in there. That's what I'm talking about. They're like, hey man, the rest of the shit's canceled, but we're still doing Montana if you want to do it. So I'm like, I'm in. And I'll tell you, dude, it didn't take long, man. The crowd, so I want to say it was like a Thursday in Missoula, and the crowd was so good. And then we drove and we did Bozeman and made so many fans in Bozeman. But more importantly, like it was one of those things where I usually go either in the middle or towards the end near the headliner, right? But like the first person was killing it, and everyone was loving it. And I just hope that's what it's like going forward, because we've all been to shows, and like normally the first hour or so, everyone's just kind of filing in, figuring it out, ignoring whoever's on stage. But I think there's a different vibe, and we'll see. So about a month from now, I'm doing Portland, Seattle, and Bend with like I said, Chris Webby and Echo. And Portland's already sold out. Portland sold out really quickly, and shit, man, I cannot wait. Like I knew I loved it before, but there's just a different feeling when not just I'm the one who loves it, right? Like the whole crowd is like, holy shit, we're allowed to be here again. Like let's
Right.
enjoy it tonight. So
Yeah, let's take advantage of the time we can spend together type shit.
yeah, because you just don't know. Tomorrow the world might shut down, so you just don't know. Get out there and have fun now.
Yep. Yep.
Who's in Portland? Pug Mama's in Portland.
Yep.
Can you email? I had a handful of tickets.
Oh.
Email. I'm gonna send it right now. If someone drops out, I will get you 2 tickets at the Portland show. It's sold out. Otherwise, I could. But if someone happens to not be able to go, I will get you 2 tickets to the Portland show.
Hey, that's love. That's big love.
Shoot me that email though. Yeah. It's don't remember the day, but it's late April. So they sold out a month ago, and I had a couple of people at the door, and there's a couple people that may or may not be able to go. So make sure I have your contact information, because if 2 spots open up, they're yours.
Hey, that's love. That's big love. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, K-Ottic, man. That's so nice, bro.
That's what it's about, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely go check out the K-Otticmusic.com. Do not skimp on that.
K-Otticmusic.com, all the merch, everything's on there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a bunch of merch on there. The albums are still on there. If you want to stream, though, literally just search it. Spotify is probably the easiest way to find me. But another thing, there's a song on April 1st, which is next Friday. I had to do this on April Fool's Day. I'm actually releasing a song that's called Mediocre, and the song is pretty dope. And it's literally about how, like, I'm probably never going to be the best there is in the world, but I'm for sure not going to be the worst. I'm somewhere in the middle, and you still think I'm dope. And that's the entire song. So
that's fucking dope, man.
So go find it. Follow me wherever you do it, wherever you listen, and that song comes out in about a week and a half.
That's a cool ass concept too. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to be the best, man. Like,
and that's just showing your modesty.
Okay. Yeah.
You might become the best. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Because you know what? If people only listen to the best, then there'd only be one fucking artist anyone ever listens to. That's not how it works. Like,
right.
I'll be the best in some people's mind, right? I'll be the best in some people's mind. But even if I'm not, there's people that are going to find meaning in my music. And so that's all I care about.
Facts.
Just don't diss them. Exactly. Dude, Steve, I had someone hit my YouTube like a month ago, and they're like, I'm going to be a fan of yours as long as you diss Eminem. And I'm like, fuck out of here. Unsubscribe. Like, I'm not, what do you think I'm going to do?
Right.
Like, I appreciate you being a fan of mine, but I'm not going to diss the best there ever was to write a song. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Nah, not. You're gaining enough traction doing what you're doing. Why do some gimmicky shit, you know?
Be yourself, man. Be yourself. That's what matters the most.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Shout out to Bakery Music and Saints Music, PDX. That is facts. Them's the dudes right there, man. Yeah, they got that whole Portland. They got that whole Portland scene over there, man. They killing it.
I want to see what happens with everyone want to battle rap with them, right? Everyone wants to that thinks that they could be better. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna be better. I'm good.
Right? Yeah, I'm just gonna set this one out.
Yeah, man, I'd rather just be a fan and be on good terms. We're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Portland, man, I can't wait. I've done a show in Portland before. I've done a route up there, Portland and Seattle, twice, I think. But fuck, man, yeah, it's gonna be different. When they gave me an allotment of tickets that I like once I had jumped on the tour, and then like a month later, the guy emails me. He's like, "Hey, you got to turn your link off because we sold out." I'm sick, dude. This is gonna be cool. So.
Hell yes.
Yeah. So, Pug Mama, don't forget to email me. Make sure if you are interested. I can't guarantee it right now, but if I happen to have 2 more spots at the door, I will get them to you for sure.
So let me ask you some questions that's not music related, since we talked a lot about the music, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get back into the music as well. But just what do you like to do in your off time and you know, when you're not dealing with music and stuff?
Yeah. So I would like to, I'm doing music all the time, but I try to stay into I guess the somewhat fitness world, not until somewhat recently. I'm way too into sports, so that pulls me away from a lot of that stuff. But no, to be honest with you, I like to do. I spend a lot of time working out and trying to do. I've never done one before, but I want to run a marathon this year. But I did Spartan races last year, so a couple of friends of mine. It didn't start out as a good idea, but I was actually at a brewery in Montana, not related to the shows, when a buddy of mine last year was like, "Hey, dude, sign up for this Spartan race." It's like, all right, yeah, I'm thinking like Tough Mudder. I'm like, for sure I can do this. So I sign up, and then I found out it was like a 13-mile super difficult Spartan race in Tahoe, and Tahoe's high elevation, a ton of incline, and we did it, kicked my ass, took 5 hours, but I kind of got into that, and so that's kind of one of those side releases, where I'm like, I do a lot of running, I wouldn't say like I work out a ton, but I do a lot of running and like outdoor like hikes and stuff, and I have 2 dogs, so my wife and I and our 2 dogs let me send an email real quick. My wife and I and our 2 dogs, we'll go on hikes all the time. We'll go outdoor. We're just really outdoorsy people. We like to travel, road trips. Just a month ago, we were in Scottsdale for, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Waste Management Open. It's a golf tournament, but it's like the only golf tournament that you're allowed to scream and party at. So
shit.
So we literally threw our 2 dogs in an RV and drove to Scottsdale and drank way too much at a golf tournament and then just drove home. Like, that's what we did.
That's fire.
I know it's not like this elaborate, incredible story about what I do with my spare time, but honestly, it's a lot of just like outdoor stuff, hiking, walks. We really like to be in the mountains, at the beach, you name it, with our dogs. We don't have any kids. We just have 2 dogs that are our world. So
okay. Because if I'm not mistaken, I did see you holding a kid in some of your pictures, right?
Oh, you were not mistaken.
Okay.
You're like, what the hell happened to your kid? So we were literally just last weekend, like 4 days ago, we were down in San Diego. We flew down to San Diego because I have like this crazy ass story about how big my family is, but to sum it up, I have a bunch of siblings, and one of them, my stepsister, I was down there for her niece's 1-year-old birthday party. So it was insane, obviously. So that's who I was. I was either holding her or I was holding one of my nephews. All right, hold on. This is my dude right here.
Hey, what's up, big guy? Oh, you're a handsome fella, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love animals.
That's my kid right there.
I absolutely love animals, man. That's great.
What do you do? What do you do on your spare time? What do you do around SAC? I know there's some opportunity around SAC for things to do, but I'm just curious.
I really don't do anything anymore. I mean, I'm 47 years old, so, for fun, I go to Walmart and grocery shop. No, I'm just kidding.
Just watch the people walk around.
Yeah.
Watch what's going on.
Yeah, I really don't get into much anymore. It's mostly this, live streaming. Since I'm not working a full-time job anymore, I got fired in October. I just put everything into YouTube. So basically every day I'm going live or doing something.
Dude, I like it though. That's like, it's one of those things where it's just that consistency, and it's legitimately just always putting content out, almost regardless of what the content is, always putting the content out, always building it up, and you stay on your phone or you stay on your computer, and it's crazy, but that's just kind of how it works. It's another job, but
yeah. But see, the thing is, it's like, sure, okay, I'm working right now, but I'm having a shit ton of fun. Like, what other job can you go to and be like, dude, this is fun?
Yeah.
Have a good time.
It's again, back to like full circle. It's legitimately just spend your time doing what you want, and you can look at it as work if you want, but I don't know, is it, right? And if it is work, then what are we doing it for? I feel like it's just fun.
Exactly, because I've always been the type of person, do something you love, and the money will follow. Just make sure you love what you're doing, and the people will be able to tell that you love what you're doing and you're passionate about what you're doing, and they want to, be a part of it. So I'm glad that everybody in this chat is a part of this right now.
Yeah, people can tell, man, and that's obviously with art. That's a huge factor. People can hear it through your voice. People can tell something means something. But even if it's not art, like you said, like no matter what it is you're doing, if you're enjoying it, people are attracted to that, and people just vibe with it, and they want to be a part of it. And I don't know. I want to say it was Will Smith, but I'm probably wrong. So please don't quote me. But some actor said something about how you have to be so crazy about what it is that you're doing, so obsessed with what you're doing. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, and it's probably not even Will Smith, but you have to be so obsessed with what your goal is that everybody around you is either forced to gravitate to that or realize that it's not going to be part of them. So it's the same thing with all the other shit you want to accomplish with your life. If your friend tells you tomorrow, you know what, I want to, I want to run a marathon, right? I want to run a marathon in 6 months. They have to be absolutely obsessed about it, because if you don't jump on board with that, and if other people don't jump on board with that, they're going to push you out. You have to let them be obsessed, and then you're going to force people to gravitate to that situation. And it's just how I think it's how it brings people together, is because it's not any different than what you have going here with your channel and with your subscribers. You literally have people that are just obsessed with this concept of underground artists bringing people together, people that care about this stuff, and no matter what it is that you're doing, just go all in and enjoy it.
Facts.
People are going to gravitate to you and to that, and they're going to take influence from it. Like, there's nothing better than leading the way by saying, you know what, I like this, I'm going to do this, all in. People are going to see it.
Yeah, there's this dude that comes by at EUC. He does these things called electric unicycles.
Electric unicycles. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You got me listening?
I did not know this was a thing, man, until he came through, and I was just fucking floored. I was just so enamored in what he was doing, and the way he films it is so dope. Like, it's just a single tire with a little platform you stand on, and it goes about probably up to your knees, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're kind of just standing there on a wheel, and it has a little seat so you can sit down every once in a while. But these things do like 50 miles an hour, bro.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't even do it like a nice slow trot, or
Nope.
I guess it would be a cycle.
You're absolutely right. And they're like passing cars on the fucking street, dude. Like, it's
They're
insane.
Like, hey, don't mind me.
Straight up.
In and out.
It is. I like to live vicariously through that dude.
But that's what I'm saying, is like, that's a great example because it's an extreme example.
Right.
But this dude randomly one day, fucking years ago, was like, you know what? I'm all in to electric unicycling.
Right.
And just spend all of your time and boom, 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 and all of a sudden you're weaving in and out of traffic going 55 on a unicycle.
Right.
And that is the description of life. Like grasp it for what it is. Like, I don't care what it is that you want. Find something you want and just fucking go nuts at it. Just go nuts. Why not?
Facts. Facts. That's absolute facts, man. Just like Tony Hawk did it with skateboarding, this dude's doing it with a fucking electric unicycle that does freeway speeds and shit.
Freeway unicycling. No big deal. I'm fine. Don't mind me.
Right?
Practice. We're good.
Dude, I've seen him like buzz in between people and cars, dude. I'm just like, oh my God, dude, how do you fucking even... I'd be like, watch out. I'd be pushing people off, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. But it's actually perfect. Yeah, it's a perfect example. It's an example to the extreme, but I like it.
To the very extreme, yes. Not many people are doing that.
It's not like something that you saw a commercial on TV and they're making millions and you're like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate my life to doing this. He's like, no.
And see, he found a group of people that around his area, because he's in New York, so he gravitates to these groups, man, that are really into this. So they'll do like a 50-mile journey, dude, on those things. It's fucking cool as shit to watch. His editing and everything is on point, man. He's fire.
And he's making that's what's cool too. Is he's making that content, right? He's making video and he's good at the editing. That's what does it too.
Yeah.
You in.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's almost like when I first started, I'm like, who the hell's recording this shit? But he's got the selfie stick thing, but it erases the stick, so it's just this camera floating out there.
hold on. There's a selfie stick erasing stick
Well,
camera.
either the whatever
Yeah,
editing program he's using,
yeah,
or
it just blurs it out.
yeah, it like makes
I
it
gotta,
transparent.
I gotta get this thing.
I know, right?
Well, not that I'm doing a lot of 50-mile-per-hour unicycling, but if I was, that'd be something that would be extremely handy. I mean,
Exactly.
you know what I'm talking about.
He got a 360 camera on that shit too, so it does that ball thing every once in a while.
Yeah, so sick.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Bringing it back to whether it's music or not, like the capabilities that we have now, like Jesus, like you know how much of my own mixing I learned from fucking 15, 20 hours of just watching YouTube. Like
Yes.
okay, I want to know how to learn how to cap my highs on my vocals a little better and maybe compress them, and then you sit there and you watch it and you're not paying for that. Like you're just sitting there, it's your time. You're paying with your time. And there's all these things that you can become so good at if you're willing to pay with your time. And we have those capabilities now. So this guy obviously has the skill of electric unicycling, which is unique. But then he's got the video editing software and he learns how to do it. He masters it. And we have all these now we have just, it's insane. We have the capability of recording a song right now, popping it on to any distribution website, paying $20-$30, and then 3 weeks from now, it's the world has it.
Right.
So you can't tell me you don't have the tools anymore. It's just where are you spending your time and spend it on what you want to spend it on.
Yeah, because they've made it too easy to get the technology and access to the technology to do this. Like literally everybody on this planet has a unique skill.
Okay? Everybody has a unique skill.
So whatever that unique skill is, whether it's I'm hella good at doing taxes or accounting or fucking what.
I'm so good. I will do the fuck out of your taxes this April.
Hey, my taxes are done, but I appreciate that. My mom was an accountant for the state for like 30 years or something like that.
I'm kidding. She'll do better than I will.
Yeah, she knows how to massage that shit.
Talking about, yeah. I'm down for some stalking on Spotify. You can stalk me. Let's go.
That's what's up. B Mad's in the house. What's up, B man? How you doing? B Mad Creative. If you ever need some digital arts done, my dude B Mad Creative can get that shit done for you.
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody is you have the tools you need, and then people find their own spots and they find what they're the best at, and they have everything they need. So it comes down to the time. Who's going to put the time in? Who's going to create, right?
Facts.
So I dig it, man. And you can just tell. Do you want to do my Canadian taxes? Honestly, Steve, I don't know much about taxes in general, but I was willing to offer my services. I was going to YouTube how to do Canadian taxes and then see what I can do for you. But
look,
nah.
K's so smart. He learned that shit in a half hour, bro. He'd be like, "Yeah, okay, I'm ready."
He's like, I got you.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, though. It's I mean, you know, we're blessed in a way that the world's insane and it's crazy and it's divided, but man, we're blessed in a way that we have the opportunity to find whatever tools we need and just spend our time on what we want to do. So I don't know. If I was born 20 years ago, you would have never known who I was, because I wouldn't have figured out how to promote myself. No way in hell. I would have had to, get discovered in the underground freestyle, you name it. Luckily, right? But now it's you go make yourself. That's it.
And I think the last couple of years have really made it to where artists can really focus on the other side of music. You know what I'm saying? Like the promotion, making sure all your music is eligible for certain types of things. If it wasn't for the last couple years, I think we'd still be running in circles, but
I can see that. Yeah.
People got to sit down and take a look at shit in depth, the last couple years. I'm definitely grateful for that.
It has, it really, for 6-7 years, all I knew as far as how to grow and how to promote was release an album, put it online, go do shows, right? That's the business. And it forced this. Like I said, I took a few months worth of Facebook, Instagram, Spotify advertising classes, because I'm like, there has to be a way. Like, there has to be a way to promote from my house, because what if this happens again? What if I'm not allowed to do shows? What if I don't want to do shows? You know, so I don't know. I think there's a silver lining to be had for it, right? There's we now, some people might say we are more disconnected than we were before, but I feel like now we at least know the tools to be more connected. So
Yeah, but like what you were saying before, when you go to a show, people are there in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not distracted. Yeah. They're there for that moment because it's now extremely valuable to them.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is in the rest of the world too. I know the internet didn't change much, but I think more people are not watching regular broadcast television and tuning into things like this they can interact with overall more. So I think in the next 5 years, content like this is going to be the main stuff. They're going to be begging to put our shit on TV, and it's like, nah, I'm just going to sit on YouTube, man.
I do, man. I agree, and I will say, like, nothing, at least in my mind right now, nothing can substitute a show. Like, I legitimately would rather do a show in front of 500 people than have 1,000 people listen online. As far as listening, but this is interacting. Like, this is what I mean by a show. And
yeah,
you're right, because there's just nothing better than that raw, like, you know, this is what we're here for, to interact and to have this moment, to have this night. So it's different, and I agree with you. I think we're already seeing, you know, streaming, all these different things. We want to choose what we want to watch. We don't want to watch what we know is being put in front of us. It's different. Right?
I'm the same way with the radio. If I wanted to listen to that song, I'd just go listen to that song on the radio. I don't want to fucking listen to that song, especially 14 times in one day. I mean, come on, you're putting the same 7 songs on rotation in an 8-hour period. Like, dude, I can't take this shit.
I just can't do it.
Right.
Even
the first couple of times, not so bad, whatever. 5th, 6th, 7th time, you're just like, all right, I need to hurry up and get the fuck out of here because I'm about to lose my shit.
That's them marketing dollars.
Right? Just
They're
shove
like,
it down your throat.
You this enough times, you're gonna love it.
Right?
We tell you enough times, you're gonna love it.
The hot new shit. Yeah, you got that shit part right.
The hot new shit.
And see, the thing about it, I really wanted to be a radio DJ. Growing up my whole life.
Back when they were DJs, though.
Right. When they play all the music, not just a handful of it.
Yeah. Not the marketing dollar music. But it is what it is.
I listen to a lot of classic rock if I'm listening to the radio.
Okay.
Either that or talk radio.
That's okay, because it really is like you start wondering what's the reason for playing something this many times or saying something this many times, right?
Right. It's to get you to believe it.
You hear something enough.
It's called brainwashing.
Brainwashing.
Wash that brain out. So, Jen, you made a valid point with that.
As I gotta hit you up with something.
That's what's up. See, B-Mad over there working and relaxing. I like that. That's how you should be able to work.
Passive work right there. I like it.
Absolutely. I see that YouTube advertising ad in my feed on LubeTube. What's a LubeTube?
I don't know. Doesn't sound good.
Sounds like there should be a couple of 3 X's behind that thing.
Okay, Triple X.
So, we've listened to a couple of your tracks now, and the chat was just absolutely loving it. Is there now? You were snapping on both those tracks. Is there another side of you that you want to show us?
You want like a little more, a little slowed down, a little more tempo to it. Let me see if, because you have my YouTube right now, right?
Yeah, I got it open.
Let me find. Pretty sure most of this stuff's on there, but I'm gonna see if, because I don't have. I want to try to find like either a music video or a lyric video for it. Yeah, I'll get.
If you find one, send it to my Instagram and I'll put it on my list.
You got it. I'm gonna find one that's an actual video.
Okay. B-Man, you gotta hit you up. Something I want to share with you. Hey, what up, Monk? You guys enjoyed the stream so far? I hope everybody's out there having a good time.
Out there having a good time.
Because I'm having a good time with y'all.
Alright, I'm sending you, so this is a video we made, God, years ago, but this is called Stone Carving, and it's an actual music video. It's not just a lyric video, so I think it'll be a pretty cool one to share.
Okay.
It's more along that storytelling, it's a little bit slower, a little more, yeah, I don't know, I think it'll, it's my goal. I think a lot of people's goals as artists, or really anything, is leaving a little bit of a legacy. So the whole concept of stone carving for me was, if I could ever make something good enough that people will listen to it for long enough, then that means everybody that's listened to it is kind of living with that. So that's what stone carving's about.
I like that, and I was actually listening to this one today.
Cool. Thank you.
I like the video as well. The video was absolutely needed in this.
Yeah, it helps kind of tell a little bit more of a story, right?
It does. Let me share this with you.
Think.
Nope, that ain't the right one. This is the right one. Okay. All right, this is Stone Carving by our dude K-Ottic, right up there, and his deets are right down there. Hit that link, subscribe, let's go. Right, Steve? I was like, my dude K-Ottic got the same truck as me, except mine's red. YouTube equal YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, we filmed this whole thing, like, speaking in my group, we filmed this whole thing in like 7 hours. We got up before you drove up to Reno and filmed all of it.
That's fire.
Worked out.
So I told you why I'm here, my greatest fear, why this has to work. For my fans, family, everyone who's even heard half a verse. If I can't make you last in words, I can't imagine worse. I've put everything I have in words, and maybe, just maybe, damn, maybe I already have emerged. What if we've scratched the surface? What if I've practiced verses to just ask my purpose, acting certain as I'm working? What if flaws cause flawlessness, and all of this is all I get? What if the simple act of creating is so amazing that it alone is perfect? To my fans, the first 10K, you made me believe we've taken a seed and created a need. Now they're begging to see and relating to me. My music is you and me, it's true, and frees the mind and leaves the rest behind. Cause I'm not wasting a beat. Wake up every morning knowing I put everything I ever had into recording while I'm telling you my story. And I use this music to give it a musing view that's beautiful to anyone that views it. I took the pieces I came.
Thank you, Plug. I appreciate you being here.
And I've learned that what we already created's amazing. It seems that dreams are sometimes make believe. In these dreams we see who we can be. Keep us woke all while we sleep, to think we need to be these things as if they're reasons we are being. Sleeping silently inside, I'm screaming, then I hear it ring. I wake up, it's alarming. My phone lights up next to me and somehow still needs charging. I'm focused on what it says, where we're going, and not how far we've come. But what if the ending you think you're hearing right now is actually how it's starting? When the base of our being fades, and this is a stage to see, in the faces of people amazed at what they now know they can be. They'll see this pen scrape this paper to the point of scarring. They'll see these words are earned, each person that heard them is perfectly etched in the surface of my stone carving. I've been trying to make it, at least kinda famous. On stage I see faces of people that think I'll make it. We try our entire lives to justify our existence. I try to write a few timeless lines, I've got 40 million minutes to condense into sentences, making the images, painting the pictures in ways that are different, saying the same thing but playing with synonyms, taking my vision, making them listen, praying they get it, finding what they have inside and not wasting a minute, making them see that what we have created is a seed to be later a need when we're finished. I've been thinking, I've been dreaming while I'm sleeping, taking not a single word to the grave. My lyrics will stay sleeping in the deep end of my dreaming, in the silence all the people keep on cheering in my ears, they're hearing it play. Maybe I've imagined what happened, I'm fearing I'll wake and still be dreaming that one day I write like Shakespearean plays. But now there's people around the globe and in London by the theater with my t-shirts on, they're cheering my name, so maybe I'm awake. I'm just restless. I was dreaming that I was etching all my messages and sketches, and I've accepted that I've made my impression, 'cause for the first time ever I can say that I'm impressed.
Hey, that's what's up.
Hey, thank you.
I love the dramatic build up of that that piece too, man. It really is. It was really done well, dude.
That's a little bit more of my. I still have tracks like that coming out, but that's a little bit more before the, I would say, the uptick in tempo recently.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Pug Mama, deep, because that's this artist looking inside himself and what he's accomplished and what he's going to continue to do. So I always like those pieces of work, man.
Thank you, Pug Mama.
Rude Knox in the building. What is going on, my dude? Too Stoned to React. What's going on? Speaking of Too Stoned, let's get Too Stoned. I don't know how much time you got left, but you just let me know when you want to cut it, and we will call it a night. But
I am getting close. I gotta get some stuff done with the dogs and stuff. You know how it is.
Absolutely, responsibilities. I do appreciate your time, man, for real. It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
I appreciate yours. Honestly, like I said, man, there's nothing more important than getting people together like this and having not just a platform, but just a community where we can do it. So I don't know. I appreciate. I do have to wrap it up, and I'm sorry if I'm cutting anybody short or anything like that. But for everybody. First, thank you so much for having me on. I honestly, I'd be honored to do it again. We can get something together again in the future. Maybe after another single or two has dropped, or maybe after a tour has been planned. But for everybody that's here right now and everybody that's followed, I appreciate it. I've already had some people hit me on my Instagram. Thank you so much. Thank you for finding me. Again, the go get your piano. I'm like, shit, I gotta go get that piano, dude.
Facts.
I have that song Mediocre, and it's gonna drop on next Friday, April 1st. Anybody out there that wants to find me, it's K-Ottic. But again, I know that the YouTube link and whatnot is already below. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me. I can't be. I miss this stuff, man. Honestly, it's been such a long time since we've been able to start building this, and we're coming back, man. The arts and the entertainment, it's gonna be better than ever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you for real. Is there anybody you want to shout out real quick before you take off?
First of all, I'd like to shout out you, Kahuna, for bringing this together. I'd like to shout out my team, man. I got so many people behind me. Some of them are watching. Some are going to watch this later. But, this stuff doesn't happen unless you got people supporting you and believing in where you spend your time. There's that. And I do have to shout out, obviously, the people that are here today, spending their time with us. What we're trying to do is build a community. So it's not about my skill or my art or whatever. I appreciate it if you love it, but just connect with me. Like, find me on Instagram. Let's all get together, and we'll do this again sometime soon. So thank you again.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, K-Ottic. You have a great evening, man. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Thank you. All right, check back soon, guys. We'll stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yeah.
Yo, SJR crew. How'd you guys like that? He's a nice guy, man. He's a nice guy. He's a great artist. I hope you guys take advantage of checking out his work. I know I play it from time to time on our live streams, but sometimes, some people are in and out, and that's cool. Sometimes we miss stuff. So I know I do the same things on other streams. I'll be in and out, going to other streams, coming back and stuff like that. So it's just that we do miss stuff. So hopefully you guys are able to check out more of his music, stream that on Spotify. Let's get some revenue in this dude's pocket. Pug Mama, I hope you get your tickets. That shit would be fire. That shit would be amazing. Again, K-Ottic, thank you, man, for being so generous to the chat and being such a nice guy, man. Appreciate the fuck out of that, man. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we got Battleground Wednesday tomorrow. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay. Yo, we appreciate you, K, man. You take care of yourself, brother. Thank you, man. So if you guys got time tomorrow, come over and check out some battle raps. We've been enjoying these dudes from Florida underground battle scene. We found last week some dudes from St. Louis? No, it was St. Louis. I think it was St. Louis. So we're going to be getting into more of their work tomorrow night. And then let's see here. What's Thursday? Thursday we got Meech. Friday the live stream. No. Nope. The 24th. Okay, so the 24th. Oh, hey, JT's getting his album wrapped up. He's trying to get it all wrapped up, and him and I are going to be doing some skits on there. So we're going to be talking and brainstorming about what's going into those skits on Thursday. So there'll be some content coming out from that day. Then we got the dude from up north, Jon Snow, coming through on Saturday. Can't wait to talk to that gentleman. He's a cool dude, man, and he's doing some good work. St. Pete. Yo, I appreciate that. New fan and another incredible hey, I appreciate you, Pug Mama. Thank you. I'm glad you guys really like hanging out with me and enjoying the content, even though my glasses keep there. Now my glasses are all crooked. I look crazy. I look like a crazy man. You guys are hanging out with a crazy man. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and even better tomorrow. I probably won't be live tomorrow, but I will be cooking up some content for y'all, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Maybe even Trauma and I can get together tomorrow and possibly make an episode of our new podcast. I don't know. It's a little quick, a little short notice, but I'm gonna talk to him tonight, see what he thinks. Maybe Friday morning. I don't know. But yes, if I don't see y'all tomorrow, hopefully I'll see y'all Friday. And I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Much love to y'all, and I'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace.